Well, so we're back with another live stream, and it's been kind of infrequent with the live streams, but I'm going to be trying to do a lot more consistency with the live streams. I definitely really enjoy doing live streams, so much appreciation for anyone that watches these back over, or much appreciation to anyone that tunes into these live streams. I definitely will try to be more consistent, but today we're going to be smoking on some of the orange vanilla Miliano from Harbor House. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure if I'm even pronouncing that right, but um, I also did want to cover a few other topics today. I had a few topics that were going to be relevant for this weekend. There's actually going to be a lot of up and coming events, and one of them that's actually happening this weekend is going to be happening in Worcester. It's going to be this event. It's going to be the Harvest Cup, which is this event where you get to interact with a bunch of different brands, you get to network with these brands, you get to just have a lot of fun, and honestly, it is very dope that there is all of these opportunities in Massachusetts now. So, the fact that they have this big event, this is actually gonna be a very large event when I'm talking about numbers of people that are going to be actually at this event. This is going to be a very big one. So I'm very interested to go to this one. I'm going to try to go do this. I'm going to try to go to this one. And I'm going to try to do a vlog of this one. But I actually was just at another event last night where I actually got a lot of footage. I'm actually downloading all of the footage right now. Good thing I just looked over because the thing disconnected. Um, I'm downloading a bunch of footage right now, and I'm actually trying to. I'm gonna try to get this vlog that I'm talking about, the one that I actually did yesterday, the event that I was at yesterday. I'm gonna try to get this one released, hopefully this weekend. I'm gonna try to get it done this weekend. I definitely should have time. So if I schedule everything correctly, then I definitely will have this one for you this weekend. And I also should have the vlog of the Harvest Cup coming probably next weekend, something along those lines, because realistically, it is going to be a very long event. I definitely want to capture as much footage as possible, but I definitely really am. I'm really going to try to get it done as best as possible. So I don't want to rush it. I definitely don't want to rush any of these events at all, any of the vlogs for these events, I should say. But it's been 3 minutes already. I definitely really I'm not expecting much people to show up to these live streams. I have a feeling that it's going to take a while for me to actually get a crowd of people that want to watch me go live and talk about these cannabis events. I'm also going to have to work on actually structuring the way I go about presenting you guys with these events, because I definitely want to build the anticipation for these. I want to actually get the message out there that these events are really fun to go to. So they're definitely worth your time. Some of them might cost a little bit of money, but it's not a lot of money at all. It's honestly very affordable, and all of these events are very worth it. So I definitely really hope that a lot of people attend this Harvest Cup event. It will be in Worcester. It's going to be at the ECU Center, if I'm not mistaken. I'm honestly not too sure if that is the actual abbreviation for whatever center it's going to be at, but it's going to be at some big place in Worcester where it's going to be a very cool event. And honestly, I think this is going to be the best event of the year. So this is going to be very cool. I am super glad that I'm not going to miss out on this one. But if you want to see the actual the description of the event and everything, I will leave a link in the description to this video. So check back after the live ends and you will be able to see the whole description of the event. It will be a massive event though, so I'm really excited for this one. But let's get into smoking this one today. I'm gonna be smoking on some of this orange vanilla Emiliano, and as I did mention, it is from Harbor House. I definitely am a big fan of this one. Honestly, I'm never a huge fan of any sativa dominant strains, but this one right here actually smokes very good. I'm actually very impressed by it. But I haven't even broken any of it up yet. I definitely want to start finding new brands because I've been doing a lot of Harbor House reviews and I feel like I'm kind of overdoing it a little bit. I'm kind of flooding my feed with only Harbor House stuff, which is cool because I definitely really enjoy the stuff that I've been getting from them. But I just want to mix it up a little bit. I want to give people a little bit of options, you know? So if you have any brands that you would recommend, let me know down in the comments, or you could even DM me what brand you want to see me do a review of. I feel like DMing me will be a lot easier so that you I don't know, some people don't feel comfortable leaving comments. DMing me will be a lot easier for those people. So the way to access my DMs is through Clearly Reviews 3 on Instagram. You can definitely hit me up whenever. Just let me know exactly what dispensary or what brand you want to see a review of because I want to interact with the people more. I actually want to get recommendations. I want to see what you guys think is the best thing out there. So definitely let me know. Let's get to breaking this weed up though. This stuff right here is fire. Look at this. Actually, this one's not as sticky as the other one, but I just had some of the kosher kush from them. The kosher kush, the joint was sticking to my fingers, which is crazy. I posted on my Instagram. It was insane. The joint was literally sticking to my fingers while I was smoking the joint. Wild. Never had that happen, to be honest with you. But my fingers were that sticky from breaking the weed up before. I didn't have my grinder. Did I completely forgot to even mention though, the event that I went to yesterday was very cool because they were explaining all of the different things that all the different foods that you can eat that will actually help you um not just with your digestive system but like with your endocannabinoid system. I just messed that word up, but I think you understand what I was trying to get at. This system that is actually in everybody's bodies, and it's even in someone's body that doesn't smoke cannabis. You have it in your body, and when you smoke cannabis, you activate it or whatever. But there's also other foods that can actually block off those receptors, and it was really cool to go to an event where they actually were telling us all about these different ways that it can help you, these different ways that it can actually kind of be a little bit harmful to you. And I feel like that is very beneficial for the community. Honestly, everyone learns about the stuff that's super positive for you. Everyone learns about the stuff that is either super positive or super negative. So the ways to work around those things are the things that I really think people should be learning about. More people should be trying to educate the community on the benefits and the disadvantages if you actually use it too much, you know? It's definitely it can be bad. If you use cannabis too much of anything can be bad. If you drink too much water, you can drown yourself. So you know what I mean? You have to know your know your limits, but find some good cannabis so that when you are staying in between those limits, you are really enjoying it, you know? You're not just having to roll up a fucking 3-5 of some it says it's Lucky Charms, but it's really just lemon cherry, you know? Crazy names. That's another thing. I've mentioned this so many times to my live streams. I've mentioned it so many times to just everywhere. I've said it everywhere that I'm going to be doing the exotic bag video and I'm going to really try to get that done ASAP. I've been trying hard to set time aside, but I keep getting sidetracked. I keep having something that pops up that I have to do before, which I don't have to do anything first, but I'm a very weird person when it comes to making content. If something whatever is right there, I want to get it done instantly. So the fact that I don't have all of the materials to get this exotic bag video done is kind of preventing me from doing it. I definitely could have all those materials if I just go into Boston, go to one of these weird gas stations that literally sell these exotic bags. Like you can buy bags similar to this at the gas stations in Boston, which is wild. It's not going to be as high level as this. This is some high level bag, but basically my video is going to be the business of exotic mylar bags. The reason why people want to see what's inside of this. There's a lot of appeal when you see a bag that is shaped like this. When someone put this much money into the material that just holds the product, you usually are going to be wanting to know what's inside. You're really going to be a little bit more curious. So I definitely truly believe that there is it's not just a finesse of the bags, but it's like this psychological thing where you want to know what's inside. You need to know what's inside. It's when you see a pretty bag, you need to know. You need to have it too. It's also something you like want to have as a collectible because even from my experience, anytime I've spent insane amounts of money on some weed, I've always ended up saving the bag for some reason. It's almost like a memento. I think that's the right word. It's like a souvenir, you know what I mean? It's like if you spend a crap ton of money and you go on a vacation or something, you're gonna want to find something that will spark those memories back in your head, you know? So saving the bags is something I believe a lot of people do. I think that is a it's honestly, in my opinion, quote me on this. If I predict this now, this is gonna be insane, but I truly believe that the exotic bags will eventually um be like almost like baseball cards in the sense that they will be worth money almost. If you have one of these crypto funk bags from the first time that they dropped it, it might be worth something down the line. You know what I mean? And if I was one of these brands, that's the way I'd be promoting it. I'd be like, think about it like this. If you buy this now, 20 years down the line, just the bag might be worth how much you spent on just the eighth. You know what I mean? It's definitely a good marketing move, but at the same time, I truly believe it. I truly believe that people will end up trading trading the bags, having these bags as almost like a I don't know. It's hard for me to fully explain, but we've seen this crazy thing happen with Pokemon cards, where Pokemon cards are worth so much money down the line, and there's kind of some similarities in it, I guess. I might be exaggerating. I don't know, but I truly believe that. I truly believe that the bags will be worth money because it's history. You know, there's always some piece of history and everything that becomes worth money. So that ends up becoming worth something, I should say. So realistically, I truly believe the thing that's going to be worth money down the line is going to be the bags. You know, the bags are going to be just super interesting to look back on. Some of the crazy, even like crypto, you know what I mean? If crypto is something that doesn't ever last, say if crypto is something that ends up the people they can't really make it happen. You know how crypto sometimes crashes, and I'm probably not the best one to speak on this. I'm not too educated on cryptocurrency at all, but say if crypto completely crashes and there's never any trace of crypto ever again, if you have a crypto bag, it's worth a little bit of change, you know? This one right here is beautiful. This one is a cross of the Tangy and the cookies and cream. Wow. Honestly, just very interesting taste. Very interesting taste. It has this very tangy type taste, but at the same time, it's almost like a tangy cookie. So I can definitely see where they got the orange vanilla Milano, whatever the fuck it, whatever that last word is. I'm not good at pronouncing shit, to be honest. It's like that. It's like that Young Dolph lyric. He says, what do you say? He's like, trap, N word. I count money better than I read, or some shit. Damn, I dropped a nug. That's one thing. Back in my old crib, I used to have a lot of weed a lot of times. So it would be funny whenever I'd go to clean up at the end of the week, I would always end up finding like at least like gram on the ground. I'm like, how the hell did I drop this? Like I thought I would have known if I dropped this. This is the part though that I really, really hate about the whole process of videos or anything is just this loading process. I got 40 videos, 40 photos and videos that have to load, and it's going to take forever. It is annoying as hell. I've already downloaded a decent amount of them, which is annoying too because realistically, I'll go through them and there won't be a lot of them. Yes, definitely. The artwork on the Mylars are super cool. Realistically, if you look at some of the like the Darwin Farm stuff, like Darwin Farms, realistically, his bags are fucking impressive. You know what I mean? Whoever did the artwork for his stuff is very impressive. So that will be worth money. The bags just will be worth money, and it's honestly very cool in my opinion. I truly believe that the bags are something that is it's going to be something that they look back on because if we look back on the evolution of the bags already, it came from like tinfoil basically. Now it's in mylar bags. Like you have to think about it. Like the first thing I was ever given weed in was tinfoil. This bummy ass guy that I used to buy weed off would wrap the nugs in tinfoil. You would basically be spending like $20 for like a point eight, like at most, like a point eight. It was ridiculous, but it was funny to look back on. This guy would put it in tinfoil. Now the fact that we're getting these insanely weirdly shaped bags, like look at this. It has the engravings so that the palm tree will be popped out. It's insane. I think that the evolution of bags is something that is definitely very very interesting, but it's also I don't know. I've definitely seen some people document it, but I don't think it's fully been documented yet. I think that that's something I want to do a video on too, is just the evolution of weed bags. But that's something I would definitely put after the business of exotic mylar bags because I think the business of exotic mylar bags is it's very similar to like the business of candy bags, which is it's obvious because they put candy on the exotic bags. They're always trying to market their shit as candy. So it's I don't know. I think it's manipulative in ways because you're trying to sell people this crazy image of this thing being I don't know, being like a rainbow or something, being this unique thing even though it's all the same, which is it works, it's very smart. Honestly, at the end of the day, you have to think it's a very smart move to be able to throw the same weed into different bags and be able to sell it is genius marketing. I don't know how it's worked because that person when they're selling the bags, they must be able to have no I don't know, have if when you're selling that shit, I'd feel like you would feel bad at some point, but at the same time, if people are buying the shit, you're just gonna sell it, you know? That's why I would never be good with that type of business, let's say it like that. I definitely I'm too honest, you know? But that's the thing, it's I feel like there is room for people being honest. Like look at Doja. Look at Doja. He's definitely doing it on a scale of he's doing it on a large scale where it's gonna come out decent quality. I would say that Doja definitely is someone that has some very, very high level stuff. Consistency too. It's always consistently good. Never really bad. But it's dope to see someone like that going crazy with different strains because it shows that he knows that the game will bounce back to that. I think that the game is gonna have this candy swing for maybe like another year, but people are gonna start understanding strains actually have different benefits. Like there's some strains that will make you be insanely good at doing something creative. You'll be able to go write music, do whatever you do. If you train MMA or you do Muay Thai or whatever it is, you'll be able to do some crazy elbows when you're high as shit. Like you smoke some orange vanilla Miliano, whatever the fuck the name of this shit is. You smoke some of this, you're gonna be doing some crazy moves. If you are sparring, whatever it is, you're gonna be trying some stuff that you wouldn't have tried before, which you might get yourself caught up, you might get yourself knocked out, but hey, you're gonna enjoy every moment of it. You're gonna enjoy every moment of it. It's gonna be that's the thing. There's some strains that will be complete opposite though. You're gonna be in panic mode. You won't even be able to get yourself to try other things. That's the thing. It's very interesting and cool to learn about all this stuff. That learn about which strains are gonna put you in that panic mode, like that OG panic where you're just shit. Who's looking at me right now? Who's watching me? Everyone smells the weed. Everyone smells the weed. Because when you smoke some OG, you're just thinking about what everyone else is thinking. At the same time, that could be good. You know, you can use OGs. Say if I wouldn't recommend this. Actually, this is something that would be kind of sketchy. Imagine there's like a security guard. He's smoking OGs. That's why they're all panicked out. That's why they're all sketchy. But at the same time, you could use OGs if you're writing something creative. If you're writing like a book or something, you're doing some type of like weird horror movie or some shit, that would be the time to smoke an OG where you're thinking of all these crazy racing thoughts and then you can just jot everything down. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. I really think that I say this all the time, which I probably sound like like I probably just sound annoying when I keep saying this, but weed is a steroid for creativity. It is something that will boost your creativity to this level where you'll be able to do anything that you want to do. And honestly, I think that is something that is mainly for stoners that are still active. Like I really fuck with active stoners, people that don't let the weed just let them chill all day and stuff like that. I think that there's possibilities of, or let me reword that. I think if you smoke weed, there is possibilities of you just being lazy and shit, but that's all psychological. I think that's if you let yourself just enjoy the high too much. You know what I mean? I think you kind of have to fight the high a little bit and kind of I don't know, keep going at it, you know? That's why I fuck with anyone that's a stoner, but they still get what they need to done. Whether it's just they work their 9 to 5, whatever it is, you know what I mean? They gotta do what they gotta do to provide, you know what I mean? Or just have a good life, enjoy their life, you know? But I don't know how I went on that topic. I was watching the first Smoke of the Day podcast the other day, and they were talking about active stoners, and I was thinking about that more, and I'm like, It's if you look at like Sean O'Malley or something like that, I, I truly believe if you smoke weed and you train martial arts, you can get so much better with the weed, but it also could do the complete opposite to some other people because it's how you use it, I guess. If you use it for jujitsu, you you're so much smoother. You're doing all these creative moves and shit. It's definitely really cool. Honestly, all the jujitsu community really smokes weed and it's super cool. It's honestly very interesting because most of that community is people that you wouldn't really expect to want to fight, do anything like that. They're not violent people. They look very smart. They look like all of them. You look like you just walked into like some type of college or something. Like these people all look very smart and they're all extremely just friendly, very cool people. That's the community of people that I really love. I love martial arts people because honestly, you think that these people would just be savages, but they're just very nice people. Honestly, very nice people. Exactly. Honestly, I think that there's a lot of I mean there is though. There is a lot of stoners that are very lazy. I have to admit to that. I do think that there is a good amount of them, but they're also very highlighted as that in movies and stuff. Like even in like Seth Rogen movies. Like I don't know. I mean Seth Rogen's kind of the type that probably isn't the most active, but he is in some senses. He's very active when it comes to creating movies and stuff. Like Seth Rogen is very good at creating content. You know what I mean? Which is not something a lazy person could do by any means. So the fact that he makes stoners look lazy in his movies, it's not a helpful thing, I would say. But that's why I truly my goal, I don't know if anyone that's watching this right now has watched my video, but my goal with this whole YouTube shit is to be able to create this platform for myself, break my way into the door rather. Let's say it like that. I'm going to find my way into being able to create my own movies, be in my own movies and this has been a goal of mine for a long time. That's why I started martial arts in the beginning is because I want to do my own stunts. I want to do all my own stunts and I know I'm going to be able to do all this because I just don't quit. I will never quit at anything I do. Anything that I set my mind to, I will accomplish. That's a fact because the only one that can stand in front of me is me. The only one that can stop me is me, you know? My own thoughts are the only thing that will stop me, you know? And that's the same thing with anyone. Anyone that's watching this, anyone that hears this ever is they have to know that the only one that's stopping you is you, you know? At the end of the day that you could do anything. Anyone could do anything. Look at the people that are in power right now. Anyone can do anything. Simple, you know? Like look at these fucking people. You have to understand that it's all up to you. It's all up to you and people a lot I've seen I hate to bring this into this situation, but I seen one of my very close people that I love dearly. This person is a very good person, and I seen him at the train station yesterday. He's homeless right now, and honestly, I keep telling him, I'm like, dude, you can do anything with your life. You're a good person, and you could do anything with your life. But he stops himself. He's always making excuses. Anytime I say something like deep to him, he always has an excuse. So one message I would love to get out there. I don't know why I'm preaching right now, but don't make excuses. Excuses are the nails in the house of failure. Simple. I would love for it to go living soil small batch. Honestly, I would love for it to go that way. I don't know. I can't I once I start preaching, I start getting kind of mad, but I would honestly I was talking to this person last night. I was at this event and they were talking about how they grow outdoor, they grow um living soil, no-till living soil, and he was talking about it's definitely like very very hard in this area, but it's worth it. If you can do it good, it's worth it, you know? So I would love to see more people go that way, you know? Even doing greenhouse, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I think that Massachusetts is making its way. It's doing decent. So it has a few different small batch kind of, I would say that not really technically fully small batch because they definitely are like in a decent amount of dispensaries, but this one brand, Tower 3, they have some good stuff, which I don't know how many lights they have. To be honest, I definitely would say that they're doing very good. They're growing some really nice stuff for however many lights they do have. They're doing very well with that. This is definitely like a brand that I would highly recommend if you're someone that's in the Massachusetts area. Definitely check out Tower 3. To be honest, I'm not the person to ask about that. I personally would prefer my weed grown outside, but I live in a state where I can't get good weed that's grown outside. So I don't know. I've never grown personally myself, so I'm not gonna say I have a preference. I would say when it comes to smoking though, I have a preference. I have a preference when it comes to indoor, outdoor. I would honestly way rather prefer outdoor just because outdoor is the type of shit that is gonna get you that real high. I think a lot of people haven't even experienced the real outdoor high yet. And I've only experienced it once if I'm being completely honest with you guys. Um I had this Georgia pie that was from Cookies. It was sun grown and wow, I smoked some of it. It was from Cali, but I smoked it and I was like honestly too high. It was amazing. It was amazing weed. I also had some Marathon OG from it's from Nipsey's brand. I can't think of it's Marathon OG from I don't know what the brand's name is. It's slipping my brain, but you know Marathon OG. It's Nipsey strain, and that shit was crazy. I haven't had any good OGs since then, and I've had a few OGs in Massachusetts that were like all right, I would say, but that marathon, it was almost like I like left my body. It was intense. That's the type of thing that a lot of people don't even know about. A lot of people which I'm assuming that the people in the chat are probably people that are a little bit older. I would say that to listen to something like this, you're probably not my age. A lot of people don't have patience. A lot of people my age don't have any fucking patience. That's why they're not going to succeed. Which hey, I'm not anywhere yet. I can't act like I'm in any successful spot. But watch, just watch. But what's up? Should I call you Cho? Is that I remember you saying call you Cho one time, and I was like, I don't know if that's the proper way to address you. But what the fuck was I talking about? Yeah, I would definitely say I prefer outdoor weed. Outdoor weed is the type of shit that actually will get you that full high. Oh, I was talking about the OGs too. Honestly, I would love to see more growers invest their time into OGs again because even for the people that like some sativa dominant stuff, I would say the people that even like sativa dominant stuff, like get some good hazes back in the rotation and shit. But I honestly, I don't know. I think a lot of people don't really want stuff that isn't gonna taste crazy now. Everyone wants something that's gonna taste really good because they've had stuff that tastes like candy, you know. And I would say some of the candy stuff is good, but that 20-minute high that I don't like, you know. It's weird. I think most of those candies really only have they're appetizers. They're the thing that you wanna smoke before you go smoke something that you might enjoy, you know? And it's I don't know. I don't know. I would say that it's kinda just a waste of time. The whole OGs are the things that really will fuck you up, and a lot of people don't like that too, so I think that that's why the market isn't really there anymore because no one really wants something that's gonna be just too much, but I think that the candy is just too little, and there needs to be at least like an in between, you know. And right now, the in between's kind of trash. They're not putting in any effort into the stuff that's in the in between. Which even like I had this kosher kush from Harbor House recently, and it was really good. But if you look at the stuff, if you look at like even like the orange vanilla Miliano, they probably put more effort into the orange vanilla one because you have to think like they're making so much more money off these candy strains right now. It would be stupid for the growers not to invest all of their time into the ones that are going to be the cash crops, you know, and invest whatever time you have left into the ones that you're going to be growing for yourself. The ones that are kind of they're sitting on the shelves, but they're ones that you want to keep on the shelves because you just want to keep those ones alive. Those ones, they're not going to be getting the love that they deserve, you know. And these plants, that they're children, you know what I mean? They're children. They need love. They need a lot of love. They need a lot of love and attention. So the ones that aren't getting the attention, they don't really deserve to be smoked at all. You know what I mean? They don't even deserve to be sold. So they should be just given away at that point. You know what I mean? Which is, I don't know. It's fucked up to say because it makes it seem like I'm bashing the strains, but it's anyone that knows. Like I think right now the people that are in the chat it seems off grid, Pheno Hunt, and I'm pretty sure the MD 2020 Bandit. Don't you grow too? I'm pretty sure both people that are in the chat right now. I'm pretty sure you both grow weed, so you guys both know that the ones that you don't show any care to aren't really gonna do well. They're not really gonna have a lot of success, you know? So it's definitely what you get in, you get out, you know? But that's one thing I think that the Massachusetts market is seeming to get get a hold of is knowing that there is gonna be yeah, outside definitely yields a lot more, but if you can do like a plant, like if you can do like a I guess even like a greenhouse, like if you personally when I have like a setup, I want to get like a greenhouse. I want to have like a greenhouse setup where I can actually just have a very small setup and just only growing stuff that's my personal smoke because right now I have some crazy seeds. I have some crazy seeds that I found and just as bag seeds to be honest, but they're like crazy good strains. So I want to see what I can do with those. But exactly, yeah. The more effort you put in, the more effort you get out. And I do believe that there is a lot of brands that are understanding that, but there is a lot of brands that are overwhelming the market because there's just so many brands. Let me reword this. There's so many brands, so it's kind of overwhelming the market and it's making everyone think that the market is just trash. So the fact that if you just pick whatever, if you pick the first thing that pops up in your if you're scrolling through a menu and you pick the first thing that catches your eye, you're not gonna like it, you know? It's it's bad, but it's good at the same time because I think that those brands will kind of they'll just wash away. I don't think there will be any real life to any of the brands that are just selling the trash, but there are still people that support those brands for some reason. It's weird. Wait, you had to kill it? What happened? What happened to it? Why'd you have to kill it? But that's the thing, actually, one thing I've always, like, kind of had as, like, a thing that stopped me from growing is the fact that I know I'm gonna end up wasting so many months just I'm not gonna like the stuff. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna smoke it, so if I grow some stuff that I am not enjoying, I'm not gonna smoke it. So, I'll end up just using the stuff as, like, the props for videos. I'll use it, like, as something that I use for, like, a video how to make edibles or something like that, which will be smart. I still will be able to get, like, use out of it, but it's just if I'm putting a bunch of months in, I'm just not really gonna be I don't have patience. As you guys can probably see from my YouTube page, I post a lot. I don't have patience. I try to just consistently drop because I don't know. I think that quantity over quality isn't the thing that I preferably like at all. I think that I don't know. That's one thing I've always been kind of against is quantity over quality, but I think that this is kind of a good strategy w- uh, a good strategy of how to start the channel. You know what I mean? Just flooding the market so people can know. You know what I mean? I get my shit out there. Oh shit! Wait, so you killed? Oh, I know what you mean. You had to kill it as like you had to. Oh, no bullshit. I'm like sitting here like lost. I'm sitting there thinking. I'm like, did you have to kill it as in like did it get some like bugs or some shit? But I understand now. I guess I'm stupid, but I appreciate it. I feel like I'm starting to find my way. I feel like I'm starting to find my way on this path. I definitely have a long way to go. I have a long way to go, but this is a fun journey. Honestly, still have so many more clips to download, but honestly, it's dope to have this channel now because I've always wanted to do this and I just was kind of nervous. Can't lie. I've always been kind of nervous to talk in front of a camera, any of this stuff, you know. I think any human's gonna have that nervousness where they're just gonna be like, I'd rather not, you know. But it's almost been 45 minutes and I've just been sitting here babbling. So I feel like I've overcame those nerves by now, you know? I feel like this is definitely something that's going to be something that I make a long-term thing, you know? But realistically, I do think that the consistency thing with this is going to be the way that I actually make something of it because realistically it's going to be super hard to find an audience for this content, but if I want to overcome that algorithm and I really want to defeat they're not gonna try to promote my stuff. If you're doing anything that's copyrighted, you're doing anything that is cannabis related, they're not gonna want to promote it. So I'm gonna have to find a way to overcome that without getting shout outs from people, buying shout outs and all that annoying stuff because that shit don't work, you know? But I think that I can do this. I think that this is gonna be something that I do. I wanna see I want to see more people in Massachusetts doing this stuff though. I want to start doing like podcasts and stuff, but it's hard to find people to do this type of shit. Realistically, I definitely want to find like a few different people that I can sit down, do like a podcast with and do like at least like a weekly thing, you know? Do something that's very consistent. I always have it consistent so people know when to tune in, all that stuff similar to like No Jumper. so that I am doing my own content on the side. I also have this thing I can sit down, do a podcast with people. They do their stuff on the side. Everyone's eating, but I don't think a lot of people really have that motivation to do this shit. A lot of people realistically don't want to spend their time just I don't know. A lot of people don't want to invest the time unless they're making money right away. And in this game, you're not going to make money quick, or maybe even at all. You know what I mean? But the long term goal is what you're working towards. If you don't have a goal, then there's no reason to do this. So I can see why there's not a lot of people that are in this line of work. You know what I mean? But I still kind of have doubts on my goal at the same time. I know that I'll find a way of doing it, but this YouTube shit is kind of going to help me with it. There's going to be a lot of other things that help me with it more, though, which I'm glad I did like the martial arts part with it because that will help a lot. But realistically, I want to start doing even like maybe even acting classes. I think that that'll be super cool. I've actually I completely fucked up because I missed the interview for it, but they contacted me again. I might be doing this audition for some smoking movie. It's not High How it might be How High 2 or some shit. I don't know. It's one of those movies, but it'd be dope. It'd be dope. That'd be really cool if I get that shit. Honestly, I truly believe that. Yeah, no, I definitely appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you. I'm the worst person when it comes to taking any type of like compliment or anything along those lines, but I hope you know I do appreciate it. I definitely I definitely hope that I get this shit though. It'd be kind of cool to be in a movie, you know what I mean? We're not kind of cool. That's such a stupid thing to say. It'd be fucking dope to be in a movie. Yeah, definitely. Honestly, I don't want to babble on too much about this shit. I appreciate everyone that has tapped in and watched this shit, but like I don't want to like talk too much about myself. Any topics that you guys want to hear about before I do head out of here for the day? I definitely would love to cover anything that you guys want to hear. If you have any question about anything, any question that you want to see answered at the Harvest Cup, I'm going to have the opportunity to talk to growers, brands, entrepreneurs, just anyone related to cannabis. If you have any questions that you want to see answered, let me know down in the comments or just let me know right now. If you want to see any questions answered, let me know. I want to have every question that the community has answered. So if you have any question for growers, brands, anything, let me know right now, please. I definitely I want to do this vlog way better than I've done any other vlog. So I might even go and buy one of those stabilizer things for the camera, like one of those actual the movie ones. I think it'll be cool. I think it'd be really cool to do. As you guys can probably tell, my fucking mouth is dry as shit right now. I keep licking my lips. It's probably annoying the fuck out of people right now. As you guys can see, I am very self conscious. That's why this is very good for me. You got to be very self conscious if you want to sit in front of a camera. I think everyone's self conscious though. I definitely at this event though, I want to do like more of one where I'm like interacting with the people, talking to the people and like doing stuff like that so it's not just me playing music throughout the whole thing because the music is kind of I like doing that. I don't know if you guys seen my last vlog of the Sensi magazine event, but that was a very cool event. I really liked that event and I just think that it would have been a little bit better if I was going up to the tables having them promote their brands for themselves. I'm like, I asked them a few questions and I asked them why they want the people or why they think that people should even fuck with them at all. You know what I mean? Like have them promote themselves instead of me just showing off their table because who gives a fuck about their table? This table's not really showing anything that is really that cool. You know what I mean? Like you might as well if you want to get your brand out there, tell me why people deserve to smoke your stuff. Tell me why people should be smoking your stuff over that person's because that person's stuff looks a lot prettier, smells a lot prettier, this, that, and the third. Why is your stuff better? You know? That's one thing I should give the people the opportunity of at least having the opportunity to say it, you know? But I don't know. I feel like that also could become a lot more of them just doing a sales pitch. A lot of these people in the cannabis industry are very, very educated when it comes to selling you dreams, selling you ideas. So it could get a little bit sketchy, but this might be my first hour long stream. Should I do it? I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to smoke another bowl, which honestly, it's very weird because all of these live streams, they haven't really been getting age restricted. They haven't been getting uh like they haven't been getting anything copyrighted, anything. I haven't played any music during this one, so this one probably won't get copyrighted, obviously, but this one it's probably not even gonna get age restricted since I didn't smoke until like 15 minutes in or however 5 minutes in maybe. Weird because none of the YouTube people want to sit through and just listen to someone talk about weed, you know? None of them probably give a fuck about weed at all, which I might be underselling that. There is a large community of people that really give a fuck about weed. And there's actually a lot of people that really want to learn about the different things about weed too, which was really cool. That event, I did talk about how they were talking about the different foods that could stop your endocannabinoid system or something. But they were also talking about how CBD, if you are someone that smokes THC, you should be smoking a little bit of CBD or using a little bit of CBD on the side because you will have problems with insomnia if you smoke THC. Some people will have problems with insomnia, and I guess CBD will like counteract that almost. Don't quote me on that. That's not exactly what they said 100%, but it's what I interpreted. You know what I mean? So I definitely will post like that whole vlog of everything. I'm going to try to do it as best as possible because I noticed some of the videos were very blurry, but I definitely really want to I love Gorilla Glue. I can tell you're more of the classic smoker then. You like you the lemon OG. I I personally I think I've had that one time. I might be mistaken though. I might not have ever had it, but lemon OG definitely I need to try that actually. I think I've had it, but honestly, I don't know. Is that more of a sativa dominant though? Lemon OG seems like it just from the name. I personally am very rare at smoking sativas. Well, that sounded so stupid right there. It's very rare for me to enjoy smoking sativas. Cherry OG. Well, I've never even heard of cherry OG to be honest, but I'm assuming it's like cherry pie crossed with the OG or something. Cherry pie. Honestly, that's something that I need to see more of. I need to see just more just straight up cherry pie around. People want to act like all this exotic stuff's good, but like banana OG, like a banana cream OG, like people want to talk about exotics. Like where is cherry pie at? Like come on. These exotics are cool and all, but the 20-minute high is not cool. And I would say cherry pie, the high is good and the taste is phenomenal. So, like, where are these really good strains that people would really love, you know? They could even rename them. Fuck it. Tell me it's Cherry Garcia. Tell me it's Cherry whatever, you know what I mean? I don't care. I'll buy it still. Just if tell me on the low it's cherry pie, you know? But and well actually I'm not gonna buy it from some sketchy person to be honest. I've I'm past those days at this point. I definitely will still buy actually that's a lie. I just bought some I'm not gonna say it was from a sketchy dude. I'm friends with him. But I would say that anyone that sells you some lemon cherry gelato in a crypto funk bag might not be the most trustworthy human being in the world, to say the least. I have to be honest. You know, honesty is something that a lot of people lack nowadays. So that's gonna be my key to success. My way of it might burn some bridges actually, but hey, I don't know. That's one thing. Honesty shouldn't burn bridges. People shouldn't be so soft. That's dope though. The fact you have Colorado close, people do that, and like people go to Maine and Massachusetts. Massachusetts people go to Maine, they stock up, and the Maine weed's good. I would say it's good. It's the price that they really are going for. The price is just insane. It's like $20 for an eighth of some gas in Maine, which is crazy because stuff like this, I'm spending like 40 before tax. I don't doubt that actually. I was hearing that Texas is going to become legal. Don't I wouldn't say that it's going to be soon, but I think that it will be. I honestly hate the whole tax part of it is very annoying, but I don't know. I'm not really that that hung up on it at the same time. Like I really think that I think that the taxes are definitely going to be something that they have to manage around. They have to work around because there's a lot of brands that are going against the taxes in a way. They're finding loopholes, finding ways of selling you stuff for really good prices. So I don't know. I think the taxes is something that the brands are kind of using in their favor to an extent, but they are getting taxed a lot. So I'm not going to act like they're just scumming us, you know? But yeah, I would say Texas is actually going to become legal soon. I wouldn't say that it's going to be definitely the next few years or something, but you should watch more of the First Smoke of the Day podcast stuff because they were talking about that actually. That's where I got this information. It was someone that is originally from Texas. I'm forgetting the person's name and I might be mixing it up. I might be mixing the states up, so don't completely quote me on this, but I actually definitely think they were talking about Texas because I don't think I would mix Texas up. Texas is a state that is very, very, very hard to mix up. So I'm almost sure they were talking about Texas because Texas is very smart. Texas knows about money. They know about money, and there's someone that is huge into alcohol. They're huge into all these other markets that are very lucrative, and they'd be stupid to just pass up on weed when weed is the most lucrative. You know what I mean? Weed is the cash crop and it is the leading cash crop um it is the leading the leading cash crop in Massachusetts right now. It passed cranberries. Like the fucking it's crazy. It's the highest selling plant in Massachusetts, which is wild. It's just crazy that it was able to overcome all these other plants so fast. But there's reasons why. None of the other plants are going to get you high. They'll get you feeling kind of, some of them, they'll make your stomach feel weird. Some of them will make you feel really good, but none of them will make you feel like you're flying. So you can see why weed has surpassed them just instantly. But it's very cool to see because I do think that over overall the whole United States will probably be fully legal soon, but at the same time it's not really even like fully necessary. It's I would say I definitely love the fact that it is legal in Massachusetts where I'm at right now, but it was the same before. Like you could still get some fire weed before. I was getting some way better weed before it was legal because I was getting some shit that was insane amounts of money though. Insane amounts of money. I was getting a bunch of stuff that was straight from it was from some like crazy sources in Cali. Let me just say I could probably say this just openly because Be Easy was on first smoke of the day, but I was getting it from Be Easy Buds. Dude is definitely the person to get it from if you go for that small batch stuff. If you're going for small batch, like I never got none of the Nemo stuff, but the Nemo stuff is insane. I've seen people with the Nemo stuff, and wow, there's levels to this weed stuff. That's why a lot of people, a lot of people will bitch about like paying like 50 an eighth, but come on, there's some people paying 1600 for a zip, dead ass 1600 for a zip, and people want to complain about 50 for an eighth. There's levels to this weed shit, and those people paying 1600 are no custody. You have to think about that. They're no custody. They know the value of weed, though. That's a fact, you know. Go check, look up Nemo, look up the Nemo weed, or not. It's like not Nemo weed, but the brand is called Nemo. 1600 for a zip. Dead ass. That shit's crazy weed too. It's insane. I would never spend it. I would never. You'll never catch me spending more than. Oh, it's kind of starting. Yeah, honestly, I was doing drugs when I was young, so that's why I don't do drugs now. I don't drink now. I don't none of that shit. I feel like I'm an old man now at this point. But yeah, for a zip, I was just answering the one before what you just said before. But what was I just saying? Yeah, the most I've spent for a zip, I'll be completely truthful with you guys. I believe it was 700. I know I've spent 600 a few times, but the most I believe was 700, and it was for fucking what was it from? It was some of that shit. It was from Seed Junkie. It was from well, it was from Beezy, but it was some insane. I forget what the fuck it was called. To be honest, I've had a bunch of different ones from them. I should pull up some videos and post some videos on my thing of some of the old strains that I smoked back in the day. But I've had some insane stuff that would make all this weed that I'm smoking now look like children's weed, just some trash weed. Uh, This plant is magical. This plant will help you in very good ways. That's the thing. Honestly, I tell everyone that anyone that has a problem with substances is they will be helped with the cannabis. This cannabis stuff will help you in major ways and will also just have it will help you have fun too. You know what I mean? You'll have fun taking the trash out. Like, come on, you know what I mean? You won't have a lot of fun taking the trash out when you're drunk though. You'll find a way to fight the trash can or some crazy shit. You know what I mean? It's if when I get drunk, it's gonna be a problem. That's the thing. It's I like to fight when I'm drunk, so keep the alcohol away from me, to say the least. That's like honestly where I kind of figured out that I could fight though. Where let me retract that. I can't fight. I'd get knocked out against a lot of people. I shouldn't act like I'm some strong person, but alcohol is definitely the thing that will it's the gateway into fighting. Let's say that. It will help you realize that you enjoy fighting. I've been on here for over an hour. This is wild. This is dope though. This is cool to actually interact with the people. I definitely I really have enjoyed this one today. I want to do more live streams similar to this one where I get to actually interact with the people, and I'm gonna try to schedule them a little bit better so the people actually know exactly when to look for the live stream and all that, because it's not easy when I just do one sporadically, just randomly throw one up there, because it will work to an extent. Like some people will join and it will be more of the loyals, the people that actually I fuck with, you know what I mean? The people that actually fuck with me. So it's better, but at the same time, I definitely want to figure out a way of gaining access to a whole new audience, and that's probably going to be through me scheduling them. So definitely I'm going to try to schedule the next one, but I definitely really appreciate everyone that has came through tonight. Much love to everyone, and definitely we'll see you guys next time. Stay blessed.